What if the only thing stopping you is the size of your thinking? The story is about the hill beyond the village. In a quiet village tucked between dry fields and low hills, there lived a boy named Ayaan. The village had a rule, though no one ever said it out loud. Dream only as far as you can walk. Farmers dreamed of better crops. Shopkeepers dreamed of a little more profit. Children dreamed of passing exams, getting a job nearby, and staying safe. No one dreamed beyond the hills. No one except Ayaan. Every evening after finishing his chores, Ayaan climbed onto the roof of his small mud house. From there he could see a tall hill in the distance, higher than any other. Beyond it lay a world no one in the village talked about. Cities, inventions, opportunities, possibilities. His father once caught him staring. "What are you looking at?" his father asked. Ayaan replied quietly, "I wonder what's beyond that hill." His father sighed. "Nothing meant for us. Big dreams are for big people. We are small people. Think small. Stay safe." Those words settled into Ayaan's heart like a heavy stone. The small dream. At school, the teacher asked a simple question. "What do you want to become?" One by one, the answers came. A clerk, a shop owner, a farmer like my father. When it was Ayaan's turn, his mouth opened and then closed. He wanted to say, "I want to build things that help millions. I want to create something that changes lives." But fear whispered louder. So he said, "Anything that gives me a job." The teacher nodded and moved on. That night, Ayaan couldn't sleep. Something inside him felt betrayed. One afternoon, while returning from school, Ayaan saw an old man sitting near the village well. His clothes were worn, but his eyes were sharp, curious, alive. The old man noticed Ayaan staring at a rolled-up paper in his hand. "Do you know what this is?" the old man asked. Ayaan shook his head. "It's a map," he said, smiling. "Not of where you are, but of where you could go." That sentence hit Ayaan like lightning. The old man unrolled the map. It showed cities, roads, rivers, and names Ayaan had never heard before. "Have you been to all these places?" Ayaan asked. "No," the old man replied, "but I thought about them long before I ever moved." Then he asked Ayaan a question that would change everything. "How big do you allow your thoughts to be?" Ayaan didn't know how to answer. The old man picked up a tiny seed from the ground. "This seed," he said, "doesn't think about becoming a small plant. It doesn't think at all, but if it could, it would never imagine becoming a tree that gives shade to hundreds. Yet it does." He leaned closer and whispered, "Your life grows in the direction of your thoughts. If you think small, your actions shrink. If you think big, your actions stretch." "But thinking big is dangerous," Ayaan said. "What if I fail?" The old man smiled. "What if you succeed?" Thinking bigger hurts first. From that day on, Ian began to think differently. He started asking bigger questions. Why does this work this way? How can this be improved? What if I tried something no one here has tried? And with every big thought came pain. People laughed. "Who do you think you are? Dreams don't fill stomachs. Don't embarrass your family." Even his own fear attacked him at night. "You're not smart enough. You don't belong in big places. People like you don't win." But Ayaan remembered the seed. Growth always breaks something first. Years later, Ayaan stood at the foot of the hill. He had saved money secretly. He had studied when others slept. He had failed many times, in silence. As he climbed, his legs shook, not from the height, but from doubt. At the top, he saw it, a road stretching far beyond the village. buses, people, noise, opportunity. The world was bigger than he ever imagined, and suddenly he understood something powerful. The hill was never the limit. The limit was the belief that he shouldn't cross it. Many years passed. One day a car stopped near the village well. A man stepped out, confident, calm, dressed simply. It was Ayaan. The children gathered around him, curious. One of them asked, "Sir, how did you become so successful?" Ayaan looked at the hill. Then he looked at the child and said, "I didn't become big by being smarter than others. I became big by refusing to think small." He continued, "Most people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss, but because they aim too low and hit." Before leaving, Ayaan wrote a sentence on the wall near the well, the same place he met the old man. "Your future is listening to the size of your thoughts." And as he drove away, the hill no longer looked like a boundary. It looked like an invitation. Message for you. If this story found you today, remember this. Thinking big doesn't mean arrogance. It means respecting your potential. Your mind is the birthplace of your destiny. Small thoughts create small lives. Big thoughts create lives that inspire others. So ask yourself honestly, what would change in your life if you allowed yourself to think big? What would your life look like if you finally thought big? Your life is listening. Think bigger today. Subscribe for daily motivation.